Hello everyone and welcome back to the San Francisco 49er franchise on the Football Freak Sports Network. I'm Husker Eurocat and it's time once again for more Madden football. Now, last week the 49ers hosted the New York Giants in Levi Stadium. The 49ers had arguably the worst game of the season thus far anyway. It was unfortunate that Jimmy G got injured and was out for part of the first half, but if we're honest about it, the Niners just didn't look prepared for the G-men. Being down 23-0 at the half is bad enough, but throw in their 5 interceptions and you don't have the makings of a win. That is for sure. The defense, after being put in some tough spots in the first half, only allowed 3 points in the second. Trouble was, the offense couldn't score at all. The Giant defensive effort was outstanding at that game. With a bye week as help, let's hope they were able to prepare well for this week because they're playing the new #1 team in the NFC West. And that's the Seattle Seahawks. They're also #1 against the rush, and given San Francisco's running issues, the offense has its work cut out for them. Richard Sherman is a force at cornerback, so Garoppolo is going to need to look elsewhere to be effective in the passing game. For now, let's get it going. It's the Seahawks and 49ers for the lead in the NFC West. The 49ers start out with the ball and from the 19-yard line. The give is to Jones around the left side, and he has a nice gain over the 25 for a 6-yard gain. Second down. Garoppolo throws long, and it's complete to Marquise Goodwin inside Seahawk territory at the 39. On second down, the pass is incomplete, intended for Pierre Garçon. Third down and long, and it's complete to Jordan, but he doesn't get the first down. And that brings out Robbie Gould for a 47-yard field goal attempt, and it's up and good. 3-0 San Francisco. Wilson gives off to Rawls up the middle, and he has a nice 7-yard gain. From about the 34, Wilson takes it himself and gets the first down over the 40-yard line to the 42. Now 2nd and 10, and gives to Thomas Rawls, and he's over the 45 for a 6-yard gain. On third down, Wilson goes across the middle, and it is incomplete. The 49ers go 3 and out, so it's back in the hands of the Seahawks. And Richardson gets the reception across the middle for a 6-yard gain. On 3rd and 4, Wilson goes to Tyler Lockett for the first down. Now with Rawls, the lone setback, Wilson goes over the left side to Tyler Lockett to midfield. And it is now 3rd and 3. And Thomas Rawls gets the first down. And Jimmy Ward is down and injured, holding his arm as he walks off the field. 1st and 10 for the Seahawks. And the pass is complete. Doug Baldwin has the first down at the sticks. So on first down, the handoff goes to Eddie Lacy over the right side, and he's inside the 25. 2nd and 1. And on a counter, Rawls takes it inside the 20-yard line. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter with your score 3-0 San Francisco. 2nd and 11 now. Just inside the red zone, Lacy takes it up the middle and inside the 15-yard line. 3rd and 4 from the 12. Wilson goes to Baldwin, and it's a touchdown, just crossing the plane of the end zone. And Seattle takes a 7-3 lead. And on the ensuing kickoff, it's out of bounds. And that gives the 49ers excellent field position at their own 48-yard line. Garoppolo back to pass. Throws complete to Marquise Goodwin inside the 40-yard line. First down, 49ers. Now the pass goes to Mostert, but he can't handle it. 3rd and 10. Garoppolo running to his right and throws it to Paulson, complete at the 20-yard line. 2nd and 9 now. And the pass goes to Davis, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Just a pretty little wheel route to Niall Davis, and he's in for the score, bringing it to 10-7 San Francisco. Now the Seahawks from their own 25. Rawls gets the carry over the right side, and he has a huge gain out past the 45-yard line. Now Wilson hands off the other side, the left side, and Rawls is going the distance. Touchdown, Seattle. The offensive line just opened up a huge hole for Thomas Rawls to run through, and the Seahawks take the lead, 14-10. And Garoppolo back to pass, rolls to the left, and completes it to Lester Jordan for a 9-yard pickup. And now on 3rd down, the give is to Tayshaun Jones up the middle, and he barely gets the first down, crossing the 35 to the 38. And Davis can't get out of the backfield. 2nd and 13. Garoppolo goes back to pass, throws long, and is way off the mark. 3rd and 13. Another pass upcoming, and it's over the middle and almost intercepted, intended for Lester Jordan. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning with the Seahawks on top. After a 3-and-out, the 49ers have it again at their own 24-yard line. The throw sails over the top of Marquise Goodwin, but there is a pass interference call on Deshaun Shedd, and it's 1st and 10 for the 49ers at the 36-yard line. Garoppolo is complete over the left side inside the Seahawk 40 to Lester Jordan. Now on 2nd and 7, it is intercepted by Bobby Wagner. Oh my, what a time for that to happen. The Seahawks get it back at their own 38-yard line. Now from the shotgun, Wilson tries to run and is sacked by Reuben Foster. 2nd and 14. And the pass is knocked down by Rashard Robinson. 3rd and long. 14 yards to go. Wilson has all day, and it is broken up by Rashard Robinson. That gives the ball back to the 49ers, and from the 26, Davis goes over the left side and has a nice 9-yard pickup. 1 yard. Garoppolo throws across the middle to Kenny Bell at the 49-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 48. The pass goes long, and it's intercepted by Richard Sherman. Garoppolo makes a mistake by going long on Richard Sherman's side of the field, and an interception at the 21 is the result. Now the Seahawks. Wilson goes back and rolls right and is sacked by DeForest Buckner. That brings us to halftime with your score 14-10, the Seahawks on top. This is living up to its billing and more. as there's only 4 yards separating these offenses here at the half. One thing is for certain though, San Francisco must find an answer to 2 things in the second half. 1, find some way of putting the brakes on Thomas Rawls, and 2, Jimmy G needs to get this interception train that he seems to be on controlled. If you go back to the last game against the Giants, he's averaging 2 per half, and that just isn't good. Can this be controlled somehow as the game goes on? Welcome back to second half coverage of the Seahawks and 49ers here in Levi Stadium. Now, to get some perspective on what needs to happen in the second half, let's have some coaches' input from Eurocat Baby on the sideline.
I asked Coach Shanahan what his 49ers squad needs to accomplish here in the second half to come out on top. He said that what he's most concerned with is stopping the run. He understands that the Seahawks have a dynamic rushing attack, but the front 7 really have to focus on playing very disciplined football and stopping up the holes. His other thought is getting his O-line to win some battles up front. Right now, they're being pushed around by a bigger defensive line. They have to find a way to give Jimmy a little more time to make some better throws as well. On the other side, Coach Carroll told me that he feels that the Seahawks need to capitalize better on the turnovers that are created. They made 2 interceptions and haven't been able to get any points off them. He felt that the defense was doing a really good job against the 49er offense, but they need to see a little better execution from the offensive unit.
I tend to agree with Coach Shanahan on the O-line providing a little better protection, because if it weren't for the 2 picks thrown, we may be seeing the 49ers on top in this one. Accuracy really isn't Jimmy's problem if given enough time to make good throws. The Seahawks start out the second half with the ball at the 17-yard line, and Rawls goes up the middle for a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4. Wilson back to pass, decides to run, and he has the first down out to the 31-yard line. Now on 2nd and 8, Wilson goes to Lockett over the left side and has the first down out of the shotgun. The pass goes long and complete to Doug Baldwin down to the 15-yard line. Oh my goodness. What a nice pass over the head of Ross Cockrell into the waiting arms of Doug Baldwin. Now from almost the 16, Wilson goes back, has all day, and is finally sacked. Malcolm Smith taking him down at just about the 18-yard line. Back to pass again, and in the corner of the end zone, he finds Paul Richardson, but there is a booth review. They're going to take another look at this thing. And is he inbounds? 1, 2, it looks pretty good to me. Here's a second shot, and he looks inbounds, and the play stands. So it is 21-10. Garoppolo hands it off to Jones, and he has a nice 9-yard gain, but there is a holding penalty on George Kittle. That will bring it back, and it'll be 17 yards to go on from the 18-yard line. Garoppolo rolls right and hits Davis at the 29. 3rd and 7. Mark him at the 28. The pass goes long, and it's intercepted. Brad McDougald picking that one out of the air, and he won't go down. And inside the 35, he's finally taken down by Pierre Garçon. But that pass intended for Lester Jordan just wasn't long enough, and intercepted by Brad McDougald puts the Seahawks in perfect field position at the 34-yard line of the 49ers, and Rawls gets the ball, and he's to the 30-yard line. 2nd and 6. And the pitch out is to Rawls to the right side, and he gets taken down for a loss by Navarro Bowman. 3rd and 8. Wilson from the shotgun, and it's incomplete, knocked away by Eric Reed. So a 50-yard field goal upcoming, and it's off to the left side. No good, and no points for the Seahawks on that drive. Garoppolo goes long again, and it's incomplete. Goodwin just can't haul that one in. So on 3rd and 11, Goodwin gets the reception this time, just inside Seahawk territory. Garoppolo goes over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kenny Bell just wasn't led enough, and that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter with your score 21-10 Seahawks. 3rd and 8 now for the Seahawks. And from the shotgun, Wilson goes back to pass, and it's complete to Doug Baldwin for a first down at the 32-yard line. Back to pass again, and Wilson goes to Baldwin this time for a 9-yard pickup. 3rd and 1. Rawls gets the call and jukes his way for a first down. Now from the 46. The give is to Eddie Lacy, and he's up the middle for another first down inside 49er territory. 2nd and 10, and Amara Darboh gets the reception, and he's just short of the sticks. 3 yards to go. Wilson completes it to Paul Richardson, and he's inside the red zone at the 18-yard line. Now Wilson goes back and is sacked by Malcolm Smith. 2nd and 17 from the 25-yard line. And the pass is intercepted by Jimmy Ward, and he's back outside the 40-yard line. Wilson trying to throw it completely across his body, misjudges the pass, and Jimmy Ward has an interception. With just over 4 minutes to go, can Garoppolo bring the 49ers back? And the pass is complete to Goodwin over the middle and into Seahawk territory just inside the 45. Back to pass again. The pass goes to Lester Jordan, almost to the 35. Down at the 36 with 2 yards left to go. And again, Jordan gets the call. Tackled inside the 25, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. And the 49ers are still down by 11 points. For an injury report, let's go to Eurocat, baby.
Husker, 2 things to report on down here is the strong safety Eric Reed, that you may have already seen back in the game, is playing with considerable pain from a hit that he took to his back. The doctors feel it was purely a muscular bruise that may be bothering him and not a spinal issue. The other is that though the 49ers are down at the moment, they have a lot of energy on this side of the field, and their team is on the move at the moment. They still have a lot of fight in them.
Let's hope it's enough fight to get the win. Now with Davis in the backfield and at the 22-yard line, Garoppolo goes back to pass, and it's complete. Touchdown to Lester Jordan. And they're going for 2 points, and it's incomplete, knocked away by Deshaun Shedd. And on for the onside kick is Robbie Gould, and Darboh gets the recovery, and from the 41-yard line, Rawls is in the backfield. Wilson goes back to pass, and it's complete to Jimmy Graham, and he has it inside the red zone of the 49ers. Rawls gets the handoff on 1st and 10, is up the middle to the 10-yard line, and he's down and hurt, holding his head, and the Seahawks have it at the 9. Inches to go, and Wilson is sacked. Aaron Lynch getting to him. So on 3rd and 5, Lacey is caught in the backfield by Navarro Bowman. And that brings on Blair Walsh for a 31-yard field goal, and it's up and good. 24-16, an 8-point deficit for the 49ers. Garoppolo throws, and it's intercepted by Bobby Wagner, and he's inside the 25-yard line. Just a bad pass by Jimmy G. The Seahawks only need 1 first down, and the game will be over. Lacey in the backfield. Wilson throws complete to Tyler Lockett inside the 10, and a first down. And all the Seahawks need to do is down the football, and it is over. 24-16. The 49ers fail in the comeback. Well, it was much closer this week than last week. Even through the -1 yard and 2 interceptions in the second half, San Francisco still had a chance to pull out the win. They were just outplayed by a very strong Seattle defense. Something, though, needs to be done about this running game, or lack of it. I know I said this last week, but nothing has changed. It'll be very hard on the passing attack if the defense knows they only have to defend one aspect of the game. 212 yards through the air is good for a defensive battle, but you're going to be hard-pressed to put up W's if along with it your quarterback throws 4 picks. That's just not going to get the job done. Garoppolo had a decent completion percentage for a tough game like this, but add in those 4 picks and ouch! At least he didn't have the big goose egg for his passer rating this week. If you take the past 2 games, you have 9 interceptions with 2 quarterbacks, and that's gotta hurt. I don't care what you're made of. The receivers did a good job, I felt. Only a couple of drops, but the line, although they weren't allowing multiple sacks, just weren't making holes for the backs. What can be done is the big question, and after they find the answer to that question, can the line implement it? I thought the defense did a good job other than being able to stop the outstanding rushing game of the Seahawks, but then again, they were playing the #1 rushing offense in the league. And with the 49ers playing more of a pass-oriented defense, you're bound to see a rise in rush yardage. It would just be nice to see some of the D-line guys higher up on the tackle statistics. The 2 losses in a row leave the 49ers in 3rd position in the NFC West, but far from out of the playoff picture yet. They're only 2 games out of the first place position in the entire NFC at this point. So if they win this next week and get a few more wins, they may be able to make the postseason. With only 5 games left in the season, now is not the time to go on a losing streak. Next in line for the Niners is traveling to Soldier Field to play the Chicago Bears. Now, the line on the game is San Francisco by a mere 3 points, but after the past 2 games, I think it's probably safe to say that the 49ers coaches would be happy with that outcome. I like the placement of this game in the schedule because Chicago is kind of a similar to San Francisco in that they have a lot of raw talent on their team, and they're just a stone's throw away from being a really good team. Led by rookie quarterback Mitchell Trubisky and running back Jordan Howard, they have a really good running threat, and if the 49ers give him time, he has a talented group of receivers in Meredith, Wright, and Wheaton. Middle linebacker Jarrell Freeman is out for the season with a torn Achilles tendon, so maybe Jimmy G will have a little success in the middle of the field against Trevathan and Kwiatkowski. San Francisco has a good shot at coming away with a win in this one, but they have to play well. Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of the San Francisco 49er franchise on the Football Freaks Sports Network. Please keep in mind that if you enjoyed this video, leave a like so that others can enjoy it as well. And if you would like to be notified when there is a new one, simply subscribe by clicking on my icon at the end of the video. We've enjoyed bringing you coverage of the 49ers playing host to the Seahawks in Levi Stadium. And be with us as we travel to the Windy City to play the Chicago Bears. Until I see you for that coverage, for Eurocat Baby and the rest of the crew here, this is Husker Eurocat saying so long for now, and have a good day, everyone.